welcome to Krohn this afternoon for a special concert celebrating the Jewish holy days and beautiful musical tradition in the Jewish faith. We're very pleased to have cantor David Krohn leading us this year, as he did several years ago. He took a little break from COVID, but we're hoping to do this at least once a year with his accompanist, Andrea Mudd. And then we also, like several years ago, like to use this opportunity to remember two of the friends of CPAM who have passed away since that concert, Jerry and Annette Finger and the Finger family. We appreciate all their support of Dr. Stassing's vision for CPAM. Dr. Jackson is now leading as our chairman, and we want to offer you on the live stream and the recording, Finger family, a thank you for your support. We'll always remember Jerry and Annette with such favorable and honest feelings. So let us enjoy Cantor Krohn's tour of beautiful music of the Jewish faith. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Todd, and thank you to all of you, and a special thank you to the Finger family as well. I had the honor and privilege of meeting Nanette here in this facility just about, I guess it would be 3 or 4 years ago, before the high holidays, and I got to know her over the subsequent years up until this last year, of course, and we would go for lunches and things over at the Racket Club, and she just had a wonderful sense of humor, and I think of her very fondly. So, of course, this concert is in memory of Nanette and Jerry Finger, who are just wonderful people. Starting here on this coming Sunday evening is the beginning of the Jewish high holidays. And when we refer to the high holidays, we're talking specifically about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. They're two separate Jewish holidays, and they happen 10 days apart from each other. They don't correspond with the English calendars, so the dates change a little bit from year to year. Sometimes they fall in September, sometimes in October, but they're always right around this time of year, give or take a few weeks. So on Sunday evening, as I mentioned, begins the first evening of Rosh Hashanah. In the Jewish tradition, all of the holidays begin in the evening at sundown, and they go to the following sundown. So it'll be Sunday night until Tuesday night. It's a 2-day holiday of Rosh Hashanah. Rosh, the Hebrew word Rosh, meaning a head, and Hashanah is the year. So it's the head of the year. This is the Jewish New Year for us. And now we're moving into 5,782, according to the Jewish calendar. So that'll be starting off for us. The first day of the year for us begins on Sunday evening. And that dates back to the Old Testament in the book of Genesis, where it says God created the world. It was night, and then it was day. And then the next day he says it was night, then it was day. So the sequence that we see in the Old Testament, where it says that in the very first chapter, that's why we start the day in the evening. So I'll speak a little bit about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and their significance sort of over the next half hour or so as we move through some prayers and different things like that. But Rosh Hashanah is very special to me, of course, because as a cantor, this is where you have some of the most beautiful music in the whole year. Oftentimes there's a big choir, all kinds of musicians that come together, and we have some of the most beautiful music in the liturgy together here for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. The first prayer that I will lead in the services on Monday morning is a specific prayer for the state of Israel called Avinu Sheba Shamayim. Avinu refers to our Father, Sheba Shamayim, in the heavens. So I'd like to offer that for you now. It's a beautiful setting by Cantor Mayer Finkelstein, and I hope you enjoy this.
Israel, go alone. barechet medinat Yisrael, Reshit tzmichat geulateinu, Hagen, Hagen aleha, Bevrat, Bevrat chasdecha, Ufroz aleha, aleha, Sukkah, Sukkah shelomecha, Ushlach orcha yamitcha, L'roshei hasarei haniyoaseha, V'taknei b'yetza tova, b'yetza tova milfanecha. Avinu shebashamayim, Tzor Yisrael v'goalo, barechet medinat Yisrael, Reshit tzmichat geulateinu. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Avinu shebashamayim, deliver them and crown their efforts with triumph. Avinu shebashamayim, Sur Yisrael v'goalo, barechet medinat Yisrael, Reshit tzmichat geulateinu, Hagen, Hagen aleha, Bevrat, Bevrat chasdecha, Ushlach aleha, aleha, Sukkah, Sukkah shelomecha, V'nomar amen, V'nomar
The next piece I'd like to share with you from the High Holiday Liturgy is a really significant piece for the cantor. The role of the cantor in Judaism is very different than in other faith traditions in that the cantor is just a representative from the congregation. The cantor, in Judaism, the philosophy is that we all have a direct connection to our Creator. And we don't rely on the cantor alone to sort of pass our prayers through the cantor. The cantor is just a mere representative. So that's kind of the symbolism of what the cantor is. At the very start of the High Holidays, there's one specific prayer that every cantor knows is kind of their moment to step into their role as cantor called Hineni. The Hebrew word Hineni literally means here I am. And it's a prayer of humility. It's one where the cantor actually says, here I am. I'm not worthy of this responsibility of representing this congregation. And it's one where the cantor actually says, please don't let any of my shortcomings land on the congregation. You know, it's something that we all share these feelings of humility. So the Hineni prayer is a very dramatic prayer. And the setting that I'd like to do for you today is one that I'll be doing on, I guess it's Monday morning. On Monday morning for Rosh Hashanah. Wow, it's coming up quick. Is this setting. It's also by Mayor Finkelstein, and I think it really captures kind of the drama and the sense of majesty of that moment of starting out Rosh Hashanah. So you can tell there's obviously a lot of drama involved with the high holidays. It's not just a sort of nice sing-along moment, right? There's a lot more to it. And specifically in the high holidays, the theme of Rosh Hashanah is a theme of judgment, a theme of being held accountable for the actions that one was involved with for the previous year, for good and for bad, things being weighed out in the balance. And in Yom Kippur, you have the opportunity for repentance and forgiveness. So these are kind of the central themes of the high holidays. But it's not all just heavy drama. I can assure you there's a lot of just beautiful melodies and traditions and things that the congregation comes together to celebrate. One of the most beautiful selections actually comes about halfway through the service on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur morning. It's a prayer called Ledor Vador. Ador in Hebrew literally means a generation. So Ledor Vador is the idea of passing on your traditions to your next of kin, your next generation. So this is a melody, Ledor Vador, that is a beloved one in our congregation. Actually, when we get to this point in the service, and on Rosh Hashanah morning, we'll maybe have 900, 1,000 people, something like that in the synagogue. We have to open the back wall It's really lovely. People actually lock arms and they just kind of start swaying. It's this really beautiful moment. I always find that moving up on what we call the bema, which is the pulpit. And I kind of look out of the congregation and see everybody as a community kind of gathered, swaying back and forth. It's always moving for me. So I'd like to sing that for you now. So, thank you. I want to also, while I'm here, I'd be remiss if I didn't offer just a personal thanks to Houston Methodist. I actually myself was going through some vocal issues about a year ago, and I came to Houston Methodist, and I had incredible care given to me here. I have to tell you, as an opera singer, it's nerve-wracking experience when anything happens around your vocal cords or anything like that. But I called Dr. Stasny, who immediately connected me with Dr. Fechty, and I was in terrific care the entire time. And I'm so grateful to the team at Houston Methodist for helping make sure I could feel comfortable singing again like this. So it's so personally meaningful to me to be here after what happened this last year. So thanks to everybody at Houston Methodist for making that possible for me. One of the things that's very special in the High Holiday services in particular comes in Yom Kippur, which is the second of the two holidays. That will be week after next. Yom Kippur marks the end of the High Holiday period, but about halfway through the afternoon, there's a service called Yizkor that happens. Yizkor is a memorial service, and it's a time that we think about the people who aren't with us, and we sort of invite their energy into the space with us. Yizkor literally means remember, to remember. The name like Zachariah, it comes from the same Hebrew word, Zachariah or Zachary, the ZCR root of the Hebrew word, meaning remembrance. So one of the beautiful things that happen is we all sing together this prayer, which is the 23rd Psalm. And we do that in Hebrew. It's this beautiful melody. I was talking to Andrea earlier. I think this melody reminds me, if anybody knows Satie, I know there's some like actual classical composers here that might know the piano repertoire. I always think of the Gymnopédie of Eric Satie. So when you hear this, Todd, maybe you can tell me if you agree. Selection, the last one that we're going to do for you today is a setting of the Hebrew prayer Avinu Malkeinu. This is probably the most quintessential high holidays prayer of them all. The words, I'll tell you really quickly, Avinu, Av, refers to a father, and Malkeinu refers to a king. So the translation is our father, our king. And you repeat these words, Avinu Malkeinu, we have done this thing. Avinu Malkeinu, we have done that thing. We've done all these different things, and please have mercy on us. So this is a prayer for forgiveness. This is a prayer for mercy. And again, this kind of conjures up the drama and the majesty of the high holidays. But it's a beautiful juxtaposition, this idea of something that's like nurturing and loving, like a father, and then something that has sovereignty, like a king, that's very sort of regal. And it's the feeling that, for us, our Creator kind of encompasses all of those worlds. So this is Avinu Malkeinu, and you may recognize this, I should say, because it also, this version of it by Max Janowski was made popular by Barbara Streisand, of all people. She sang this on a fabulous recording that really popularized this version, but it is a high holiday prayer straight out of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. So we'll close with this afternoon.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Chamol aleinu, V'yalol aleinu. Verra
Thank you so much, David. Great. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you'll come back again and often. And folks, why don't you join us for just a short reception with some refreshments to meet the artists, and thank you again.